came across this story when I was scrolling through my Twitter. There we go, timeline earlier today, and it's pretty interesting. Iran issues arrest warrant for Trump over drone strike that killed Qasem Soleimani. Again, he was the leader of the elite Quds force in Iran. And Soleimani played a huge part in kind of fighting back and defeating ISIS in the region. Kind of important. You would think you'd want to keep somebody like that around. And from my understanding, he was just a very revered figure, highly respected by the Iranian people, and so caused quite a reasonable backlash from the people in Iran and the Iranian government for Trump ordering this drone strike against Soleimani. So this is from CNN. Iran has issued an arrest warrant for U.S. President Donald Trump over the drone strike that killed the top Iranian general in January, the semi-official Fars news agency reported Monday. Trump is one of 36 people Iran has issued arrest warrants for in retaliation to the death of Qasem Soleimani, commander of the Islamic Revolutionary Guards Corps, according to Fars. But the Tehran Attorney General Ali Al-Qassim said Trump was at the top of the list. He obviously ordered it, commander-in-chief and all. Murr claimed Trump would be prosecuted as soon as he stands down presidency after this term ends, Fars reported. Iran also said it asked Interpol to issue a red notice for the 36 individuals. Semi-official state news agency INSA reported, though it was unlikely that Interpol would grant the request, which is too bad because those people should be held, accountable as well. I mean, Jesus Christ, this dude played a huge part, and again, in defeating ISIS. The jihadists who wanted to basically kill all non-believers and just treat people in this really horrible draconian way, chopping people's heads off, etc. Qasem Soleimani played a big part in repelling them from the region. Kind of important, you would think, right? In a statement to CNN, Interpol said it would not consider requests of this nature. It explained that it was not in accordance with the rules and constitution, which states it's strictly forbidden for the organization to undertake any intervention or activities of a political, military, religious, or racial character. Interesting. Political stunt, U.S. official. U.S. Representative for Iran, Brian Hook, called the move a political stunt during a joint press conference with the Saudi Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Adil Al-Jubeir, on Monday. It's propaganda that we're used to, Hook. This has nothing to do with national security, international peace, or promoting stability, so we see it for what it is. It's a propaganda stunt that no one takes seriously and makes the Iranians look foolish. You know what was foolish? Trump ordering this drone strike that could have very well, a drone strike that killed Soleimani, that the assassination of Soleimani, that could have led to fucking World War III. That was irresponsible. That was foolish. I mean, Jesus Christ, because, what is it? I believe Russia supports Iran as well as China, I believe, two kind of big world powers. And, that was irresponsible and foolish on Trump, not the issuing of this arrest warrant for Trump. Jesus Christ. Soleimani was killed in a U.S. drone strike at Baghdad International Airport in January, along with 5 others, including Abdul Mahdi al-Muhandis, the deputy head of the Iran-backed Iraqi Popular Mobilization Forces, PMF. The strike, condemned by Iran and its allies in assassination, which it was, raised the specter of further regional stabilization. Again, that region could have ended up in a all-out war, and Iran's military isn't anything to sneeze at necessarily. And again, it would have brought all these world superpowers to bear by Trump's ridiculous assassination of Soleimani, and it ended up killing these other people as well. A spokesperson for Iran's judiciary, Ghulam Hussein Esmaili, announced in early June that an Iranian citizen had been sentenced to death for allegedly working for foreign intelligence agencies. Esmaili claimed that Syed Mahmoud Musavi Majad disclosed the whereabouts of Soleimani to U.S. intelligence officials. The Trump administration viewed Soleimani as a relentless killer. Again, it always needs to be pointed out, the United States government is the biggest purveyor of terrorism in the world, has been for a long time. Look at our fucking military budget, for Christ's sakes. It's higher than the next 7 countries combined. The Trump administration viewed Soleimani as a ruthless killer, and the president told reporters in January general should have been taken out by previous presidents. The Pentagon blamed Soleimani for the deaths of hundreds of Americans and U.S. allies in the months leading up to his killing, which they've never actually been able to provide any evidence for that because it's bullshit. General Soleimani was actively developing plans to attack American diplomats and service members in Iraq and throughout the region, the Pentagon said at the time, calling the strike decisive, defensive, and action aimed at deterring future Iranian attacks. Again, there's no fucking reason U.S. troops need to be in the Middle East at all. At all. Iraq war is a fucking travesty, has led to at least 500,000 Iraqi civilians dying, several thousand U.S. soldiers as well, trillions of dollars wasted. And just, again, another example of how the U.S. is a failed state. Got the money and the technology to, assassinate this, Iranian general who, again, was key in defeating and propelling back ISIS. Kind of important. We got money to take out Soleimani. United States doesn't have universal health care. We don't have tuition-free college. Our infrastructure's falling apart. We have fucking sham elections. We're not taking the environmental crisis seriously. Government has done jack shit to help people out during this, as far as, what's going on with the economy and public health. No, thank you. I don't need that shit, Anderson Cooper, with regards to the pandemic. So again, it just shows where the priorities are. Got the fucking military industrial complex. Use that money for programs of social uplift, both domestically and abroad. That would actually increase safety of the United States greatly. Okay, so kudos to Iran. I hope they are able to, at some point, arrest Trump and hold him, accountable for this. Because again, this could have literally set off World War fucking III. Kudos to Iran. Much love to the Iranian people. Stand in solidarity with you against any type of, further aggression, whether it's economic sanctions or otherwise, against the U.S. regime. All power to the people. Peace. Much love.